Imagine a serene summer day in 1518, in the tranquil town of Strasbourg, when suddenly, a woman steps into the street and starts to dance. This is no ordinary dance, mind you. It's spontaneous, frenzied, and seemingly without reason. That woman is Frau Trophäa, the first dancer in what would soon become an inexplicable phenomenon known as the dancing plague. At first, the townsfolk watched with curiosity and bemusement as Trophäa twirled and gyrated, lost in her own world. But then, something strange happened. One by one, others began to join in, succumbing to the same irresistible urge to dance. Men, women, children, none were immune. The dance was no respecter of age, gender, or status. Confusion turned into consternation as the city streets transformed into a grand yet eerie ballroom. As the days passed, the dancing did not stop. Instead, it spread like a contagion, pulling more townspeople into its rhythmic grip. The streets of Strasbourg transformed into a stage of endless dance. Men, women, children, all swaying to the beat of an unheard melody. This was no joyful masquerade, no town-wide celebration. The merriment was tainted with an undercurrent of dread as the inexplicable dance fever escalated. Dancers, driven by an unseen force, twirled and gyrated for hours, even days, their bodies succumbing to exhaustion only to be jerked back into motion again. The spectacle of the townsfolk dancing uncontrollably, oblivious to their surroundings, sent ripples of concern through the authorities. The town was in the throes of a public health crisis, the likes of which had never been seen before. Efforts to halt the ceaseless dancing were in vain. The rhythmic movements persisted, the dancers seemingly locked in their own world. In a desperate attempt to bring an end to this inexplicable event, the town authorities called upon physicians, clergy, and even astrologers. As the dance macabre continued, the town was on the verge of panic. The search for a solution became more urgent. The medical minds of the time were brought in to decipher this enigma. Theories were proposed, many attributing the inexplicable dancing to an imbalance of the body's humors, a concept deeply rooted in medieval medicine. Some suggested this was the work of a mysterious pestilence, an invisible enemy causing this bizarre affliction. Desperate attempts to curb the epidemic led to a myriad of remedies. Bloodletting, a common practice of the time, was employed in the hope that it would restore the equilibrium of the body. Herbal concoctions, steeped in ancient lore and medicinal knowledge, were administered to the dancers. Yet the dancing persisted. Strasbourg was in the grip of a mystery that defied all logic and reason. What caused this bizarre phenomenon? Could it happen again? And if it did, would we be any closer to understanding why?